Hello, and welcome to the International House Podcast. My name is Mike, and I'm here with my buddies Jason and Brad.
Heyo!
Please check us out at Twitter/X at the International House of Podcast.
No space.
No space.
All right, let's get to it.
Hello and welcome to International House of Podcasts. Now, is it the International House of Podcasts?
How the fuck did Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres land talk shows and I can't land a fucking lawnmower TV show?
That audio clip. Lay off the weed.
I dubbed the term, I'm a ring head now. I know ring. I know a little bit about the ring.
I wanted to tell you about me forgetting mid-sentence. Literally, like I said last night, I was in the middle of saying something to Pat, and I got totally fucking derailed because like something came up on my phone that it needed my attention, and I had no fucking idea where I was. And Pat asked me a question. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Blacked out.
and he started playing that audio clip. Lay off the weed. Lay off the weed.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you fucking got me on that one, dude. I was not capable of that.
All right. So another weed story here on the International House of Podcast. This is not what this podcast is about,
Yeah,
but that's what this exact podcast will be about.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We can't be Joe Rogan, bro.
I know we just got so much content to get out of the way right now. It's been a minute since we got together.
Yeah.
So we all got some stories. You know, it's 2023. We're a little more, I don't know what you call it.
Liberal.
Yeah, that's a good way. Eek. So anyways.
If this was like 1998, we'd be like in the shadows.
Yeah, dude, you'd be shunned, dude.
Yeah,
Shunned.
right.
Worried about the DEA knocking down your garage
Yeah,
door.
dude. Yeah, fuck, dude. I'd be going from a different IP address. I don't know what that means, but I'd be going from one.
I would say a little more conservative on it.
Is it conservative? Like, that's more Bible.
That's like more, yeah, I guess it's not.
What?
No, it'd be liberal. Liberal was right.
Yeah, liberal.
Yeah, but
We're being liberal about the weed talk.
I
Because
guess.
liberal means that you're more for the, you do whatever you want to do.
You're open to it.
No, you do whatever you want to do.
No, they're pro-government.
Liberals?
Yeah, pro-government.
I don't think so.
Well, walks a fine line.
Yeah, they like government involvement.
Well, they say government's like they're the. I think
Liberals?
government's like a circle. You go too far, you end up being something like that. Like fascism and communism, pretty similar. But that's another thing. Get into it.
So you're talking about a libertarian is pro-government.
No,
No,
They're not.
libertarian is
they're
anti-government.
anti-government.
I'm talking.
That's what I always thought liberal meant. I thought liberal meant you were libertarian,
no.
like you were leaning libertarian.
No,
No, dude.
liberals
No
like
way.
the far left of like a Democrat.
Instead of a Republican,
It's conservative.
it's a Democrat. But
Yeah,
like
but
way
libertarian is like the far right of a Republican. It's like the
No.
not the extreme, but like it's moving further to the right.
What is?
Libertarian.
Yeah, but they like libertarians. They have both. They're like a hybrid.
No, yeah, libertarian is a left side of a conservative of a Republican.
Yeah, libertarians want
Yes.
gay people to have guns and abortions.
In a medical military church.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is that true?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. So, anyways,
We're gonna cut that out anyway because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like,
so
Sounds like an idiot.
I have a good segue because we're doing a weed segment podcast episode 5. Right? This is episode Episode
Episode
5 is going to be known as a weed episode. Every 5th episode will be a weed episode.
oh,
Yeah, good luck doing that.
Yeah, no, that's a lie.
were you just talking? Because
Dude,
I mean,
Yo, bro, you shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
I can keep them, but I
The fuck are you, Mike?
I don't know how many people want to hear about weed stories every 5th episode.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude.
I mean, maybe it's like ghost stories like every 3rd, but
yeah, no, it's gonna be one of those things where like people are gonna be like, "Wow, that's some bitch ass shit." Like, that's all you
yeah,
did. That was
but then-
your only experience. Like,
yeah, but that they just avoid that one episode. They don't have to like weave through a bunch of episodes and be like, oh, I don't want to hear him talk about weed. You just avoid that episode.
yeah,
It's a good move.
I guess.
I'm gonna stick by it every 5th episode.
I guess when football
Weed.
comes back, we'll have a lot of football talk too.
Exactly. And we'll have to every 6th one is football. But
Yeah, people
so
talk about like drinking still. Like that's like a famous thing. Like Last night we let the liquor talk.
Oregon whaling.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy's just literally telling a story about drinking.
Nice.
Like,
You got bars.
Mm-hmm.
thanks, dude.
Pete Mahomes, he's just shotgunning beers wherever he goes. You know, up on stage and everything.
Not Jackson though. Oh.
What's wrong with him?
Wait, you didn't hear about Jackson?
Uh-uh.
He's got arrested
For what?
for sexual assault on a woman.
Jackson who?
Jackson Mahomes?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was at this club, I think it was like post Super Bowl or whatever, and then like he was like all over this the bartender, the manager, whatever, and she was just like, leave me alone, and then like she
Shit.
filed sexual assault charges on him.
So
Because he's not T-Pain.
in the NFL, anything like that in
Amen,
the NFL, I always wait to the end because people just throw lawsuits out there. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm gonna wait to the end.
But
I don't like to get either way.
But yeah, like either way, it's kind of like he's gay, so it's like
Who's gay?
Jackson Mahomes
Is gay?
Yes, you've never.
And he
seen
was
his-
on a woman?
Yes, you've never. That's what makes it like even like stranger.
So
You've never, yeah,
so
like
he's a fluke.
he's like openly gay. That's like all his TikToks and this and that, and like people like
Well, I didn't know that either.
yeah. So people are like kind of confused. They're like, well, why does he have these sexual assault charges against this woman?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's video evidence.
Why was he on a woman? Is he not gay?
There's video evidence of him at the club though
Mm-hmm.
too. So he's kind of screwed, but like he's facing like some serious time
Right.
for I
Dang.
think it's like 10 years something
Man.
like that. Yeah.
We'll dub all
The
that.
only problem is it's not 20.
Ooh.
20 what?
Being a freaking sexual assault loser.
Mm-hmm.
20 years.
20
Yeah,
years.
right.
I missed that.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's wild. So anyways,
That's our
every
sports take.
5th episode is going to be about weed.
Maybe.
Maybe. But my story here I'm trying to tell. The other day I was high on weed. And I get on my lawnmower.
You sound so stupid, dude.
Who sounds stupid?
You.
Why?
I was high on the weed.
That's what it is.
he's very new to it.
Yeah, dude, I'm new.
Say you were using cannabis, dude.
That sounds even lamer.
No, dude, you sound
Yeah,
sophisticated.
it does
man.
sound classy.
No, this is just
I'm gonna use
it's
some
extra
cannabis.
syllables to get around to the same thing. So the other day I got home from work, to take care of my family, you get them going for the night.
Big
and then-
family man.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Big family man. So
Dad-
I got
Dad
my,
of the year.
got my chores I got to do. It's summertime here in
Ooh,
New
we
York.
should do that. We should give out a Dad of the Year award.
Who? You?
I should be.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm not with
How,
child.
how could you be a judge to something you weren't a part of or in?
Well, that makes it even better because.
No. Did you study it?
Do you want me? I'd love to. I'll read
Dude,
book.
Mikey, so on Father's Day, I screenshotted the shit from Ashley and I sent it to him and I said, nice participation trophy. Flexed on him so fucking hard. I almost wrote it on the post and I was like, this is going to sound awful to anyone who's not me or him. I might as well just DM this.
Yeah. Anyways, I get home from work and I got to mow the lawn, after I take care of, dinner. Well, I don't cook dinner, but eat dinner, take care of the kid. Then after that, I'm on me, 7:30 on, he's sleeping. So I go out there to mow lawn and I was like, before I mow lawn, I'm going to get a little high
All right.
because, everything's more fun,
Makes sense.
Just a little.
So I'm mowing my lawn, right? And dude, I'm doing a fantastic job. Just fucking slow, straight as an arrow.
Those lines.
Dude, I'm
Probably just crawling across
Dude,
the grass.
I'm making sure that front tire is on the other front
Yes,
tire's
sir.
line. No fucking wiggle room.
Precision.
And then, so I'm driving around my yard. I have obstacles in my yard. I got horseshoe pits. I got my garden boxes. I have, the burn pit,
It's like a damn Mario course out there.
flagpole, I got bush, and, just things.
Dude, I don't want to hear about obstacles. I got like 18
I
power
know.
wheels.
I know.
Go ahead.
So
Sorry,
listen, hear me
sorry.
out. So as I'm mowing around my garden box, so it has a peninsula on the garden box. So to get into the two inside corners, you have to like back into the one from each end. It doesn't matter. You got to. It takes a couple extra turns to get into there to get it all, without busting out a push mower.
Right.
And I was like, dude, what if there was a game show where it took two people, and it took them to a random lawn with random obstacles. And then they would have to come up with a plan on how to mow the lawn most efficiently. And then they would, up on a TV screen they would have, like a cartoon like lawnmower guy, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'd mow it like this, bing, 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 bing," and it would rate you on efficiency on time and fuel usage, and the amount of times you had to turn. Yeah, I was pretty high.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of that.
That's a fucking. I think that's a pretty good show because a lot of people mow lawn. All right.
I'd be so boring to watch.
What would be boring about? Oh, you get some, like Ryan Seacrest or like Wayne Brady guy up there.
What the fuck are you talking
Dude,
about?
you get them up there.
Wayne Brady?
Dude, they call out two dads. They're wearing flannels. All right, they call them up on stage. They're like, "Oh, how big's your lawn?" And you're like, "Oh, dude, I got a 5-acre lawn that I mow." And they bring up a big picture of it on the screen. They're like, look at his nicely manicured lawn.
Dude,
and he's like, "Dude, I can mow lawn better than anybody here."
Just,
So then they call up another person, and they're like, he's like, I got 7 acres. I got a lot of trees. I got a straight row of trees down my driveway that I do really good, landscaping around. I got to mow it nice and tight. Then they have him duke it out over random lawn.
the winner gets a brand new pair of Nike
Oh, 20 grand.
Monarchs.
20 grand.
No, Nike Monarchs and a fucking Traeger, dude.
Also,
that'd be kind of cool.
You're just going to get a bunch of dads.
Yeah, no, there's no.
come on.
No.
That's not a good
Yeah.
pitch.
Dude, like, what's the most
Wow.
extreme thing you got to do is like back in between like 2 flower beds?
Have you ever driven a driving lawnmower?
Yes.
You have? All right.
Yes.
I don't know.
Many
Dude,
times.
A lot of people haven't, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people live in cities, Michael,
Yeah.
like you, right now.
Yeah, but people
Yeah,
in
let's,
cities are definitely not going to be watching that.
Why
show.
wouldn't they watch that? They want to know how the other half lives.
No,
All
they
right,
don't. They don't care about us.
Twitter poll. Have you driven a riding lawnmower?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is the Twitter handle? We all forgot.
What?
We have one. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you have one? I
Yeah,
thought it
you
was-
have-
Oh,
thought
I
it
have
was
it, yeah.
International House of Podcast.
Yeah.
International House Podcast. All together, mashed together.
together.
All together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good pitch. So, anyways, that leads me into a question. You guys shit on that idea.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
It's not
It was
stupid,
really
dude.
dumb.
Well, name a couple other
It would be-
shows like that.
It would be something I rather do than watch.
Yeah, it
Like,
sounds
I'd like
a
to participate
fun
in it.
Thing.
Than actually watch it. Watching it, I'd be like, this is boring. But if I was doing it, that'd be kind of fun.
Do you want to hear what I?
So what if they had a lawnmower on a stage that you could drive like in like a 4D screen? Is that what it's called? 4D, right? So you're on a lawnmower on stage.
Yep.
And when you turn it, the pictures on the screen turn. At Disney World where they have 4D?
Oh yeah.
So you can drive the lawnmower and you have to mow it. Like the drunk driving simulator, but
Oh, yeah.
easier to use.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should keep.
Nah.
If you're gonna have a show, you have to like.
That would be like an
drunk
arcade
too,
game.
and then like you're drunk and it's a bunch of dads.
Like, how do you
and then
mow
they're
your lawn?
trying to
That
mow
might be a
6
fun-
beers in.
That might be a fun like arcade game.
lawnmower
Okay,
simulator.
well, I'm trying to make
Not a
a
game show.
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll keep working at this.
So,
Drop the show and you have an awesome game.
well, they already have it. It's called Farm Days.
No, it's called Lawnmower Simulator.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question, which is, how the fuck did Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres land talk shows and I can't land a fucking lawnmower TV show? The fuck is that, dude? They just literally just talk about nonsense.
That's-
Not to say that what we're doing is any less.
That sounded way better on paper.
Yeah, in my phone it looks a lot nicer.
Yeah, damn. How high were you?
I was pretty high.
Did you write that with your Bernstein bare hand?
I did talk to text because I don't write.
First of all, it's Bernstein Bears.
Oh, sorry.
So we could talk about that's like the Mandela effect or whatever.
What?
Nelson
You know what I'm talking
Mandela.
Oh yeah,
Mandela
yeah, I
effect,
know,
yeah.
yeah.
That's one of those things. That's
Yeah.
one of them.
Bernstein Bears.
It's the Bernstein Bears.
The Bernstein.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The
What did I say?
Bearing.
Well, yeah,
That's what I
it's
said.
actually called the Bernstein.
Well, he pronounces everything wrong, so
Yeah.
You actually
take that with a
can't-
grain
you
of
can't
salt.
read.
Take
You
that with a
actually
grain
put
of
a
salt.
G on it like it's the Bering Strait. it's actually Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
But everyone.
So they had a
normal
dumb
thinks
name.
it's
Everybody knows them.
Bernstein.
But
Like
Yeah.
Babar, the elephant.
yeah,
Just some more bears getting stoned on honey, laying around.
They ate porridge. Yeah. So I was just wondering, like, how did Ellen and Oprah? How did they get their TV show? Like, on a serious note,
well,
like, I want to take my show.
Ellen
how do I get it?
started as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
That's how she
Really?
got her start. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not funny.
She's kind of funny.
She was funny back in the
Finding Dory was funny.
yeah.
She's kind of.
Did she write that?
Finding
Did she
Nemo.
write that?
She was a character. That was funny.
She didn't write it.
That was a funny character.
I bet you there's a lot of people that think that she's funny, even though you don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna insert crickets there.
But well,
It's true.
I mean, well, as of late, she's received a lot of backlash. You know,
Right.
being a tyrant.
All right, beating up
Right.
on her staff.
Yeah.
Right, but beforehand, like
Bullying her guests.
every real pasty mama was like, "Oh, Ellen." Yeah.
She did have funny jokes, like when she was
Okay.
doing
She's
her.
funny,
yeah.
So she's funny to a lot of people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that translates. She got famous from that, like Kevin Hart, and that's why Kevin Hart's in movies. That's what you're saying. That's how she got there.
Yeah, like she was funny to an extent where she wasn't probably gonna get into movies,
Mm-hmm.
but
She was in a couple movies. I seen her.
But she had like enough, I guess, like character and like to like do a talk show. Because I feel like in the entertainment world, like being a talk show host is kind of like lower rate. Like you're not good enough to be in movies.
Right.
Not really good enough to be.
It's
in,
good
like,
fallback.
TV shows,
like
but,
Drew
like,
Barrymore.
Yeah, I was gonna couldn't think of her name. Yeah,
Yeah, that's her.
yeah. She's
I can't stand her.
a lot of people can't.
Dude, it's the
Okay.
same crowd as.
I'm trying to
Ellen
think of a
people.
movie that she was in.
Ellen,
No, Drew Barrymore.
51st Dates.
50. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's her.
Blended. Is that her?
I don't know.
51st Dates.
Blended.
There's a lot of I don't know.
Yeah. She's in a lot with Adam Sandler.
Can we just rename it the I don't know
Ooh,
podcast?
The Wedding Singer. He's in The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Well,
She's in
okay,
The Wedding-
yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. So I understand Ellen's thing. She was famous, then got a talk show.
Mhm.
What about Oprah? Was she famous?
No,
She just got-
She was like.
She was the first one.
She came from like nothing. She was like
Right.
dirt poor. She kind of worked her way up.
Mhm.
Got like
Work- Oh, she must have worked somewhere.
yeah. I don't know the exact background of it, but like she kind of I think worked somewhat in the industry, and
Okay.
then like
She
someone
might have been a producer or something.
not even that. Even like she was like
Stagehand.
literally from ground floor up. She was
Okay.
probably at the lowest level and worked her up to get her.
So you're saying I'm looking for the American dream of making a TV show on network.
Yeah,
Is that able to happen?
it's feasible.
Yeah, why not?
Has it happened?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Like
Coming from the ground up, like it.
oh, like Oprah. You saying Oprah? That is the dream.
Dude, I can tell
Yeah,
you right
that's
now.
yeah,
Alright,
that's a
so
very American dream.
There's
Like Top Gear.
Top Gear,
That's
yeah.
right around, right?
Yeah, it's yeah, you have to be original though. That's the big thing.
well,
Like, you have to
like
do
the Duck Commanders.
Oh.
Those guys were just.
Yeah.
But they were rich,
Right?
and then they got a show.
Yeah, that's.
Ice Road Truckers.
Well, how are you poor and get a show?
Right? Yeah.
That was pretty
I'm
cool.
poor.
Like,
I want a show.
Hoarders.
Yeah, you really have to do something extreme or different.
So also
Right.
coming into this is, how we all have like really good phone. Like I don't have a good phone, but like you have a nice phone. Ben has a nice phone. We know other people with like brand new phones, and Google or iPhone doesn't matter. They're really nice.
Mine's Samsung.
Right, Samsung. And so you can take like really good videos with a couple phones. We have the video editor with the podcast, so why can't we make a video like Super Troopers? Those guys.
We could.
Yeah.
Same with the Workaholics guys. They just
Yeah,
they just
They
they,
came. Oh, that's their own shit.
Yeah, they started filming stuff and they ran like scenes or whatever. Like, granted, some of them went to like acting like schools or whatever growing up,
Mm-hmm.
but like they started filming. There was like 4 of them, and they were just like they would just do stupid skits.
Like Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, and then but like
Really?
yeah,
I-
Trailer Park Boys.
I don't know if that's true. or
No,
not,
it's
but-
similar. Like that was the big thing. Like when YouTube came out, a lot of these people. That's how a lot of these people like we watch like
They got series on
yeah,
YouTube.
like Workaholics, Trailer Park Boys. Well, Trailer Park Boys might have been in before, but like they would just post these videos on YouTube and then kind of blow up.
Mhm.
Some like producer Comedy Central would come by and be like, "Hey, like, been doing like seasons
Okay.
of like
Oh,
watch
you-
what you guys are doing."
You remember that guy that was he was like the new Jackass guy, the really super fat guy, and he was
Oh yeah, the new Jackass crew. Is
yeah.
that what you're
Well,
talking about?
he
Yeah.
actually ended up landing in with the Jackass guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He, like slid down a slide into a cactus or something.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He
naked.
strapped fireworks all around
Oh,
his
yeah.
body and
Yeah,
just lit
that
them
was
off.
just
Yeah.
insane.
Mm-mm.
and that's kind of like it's more extreme. It's more prevalent now than it was like years ago. Like everyone's an influencer, TikTok. That's what the whole
Right.
thing was. TikTok. People want to blow up.
Yeah.
But like when we were growing up, like YouTube was the only thing.
Mhm.
So
Right,
it's like
yeah.
if you could make it on YouTube, you could possibly get yourself a TV
So
show.
I can't just walk up to a like I can't go to Hollywood, go to Fox Studios or wherever, I don't know.
You need money for that.
You can't just walk in the door and like throw a pitch down. Like you can't like write a script and throw it on the table.
You could. You and the other thousands of people that probably did the same
So
thing.
there's 10,000. So you got to have clout.
You kind of got to know.
You got to walk in with clout, and you got to know somebody.
You got to know someone that will actually sit down and read it. That's the biggest
I
thing.
know a lot of people.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Do you have anyone that would sit down and read a script that you wrote or?
All right. If you're a big time movie executive, you ain't reading the whole script. You got a guy for that. You thumb 3 pages and you're
You need that guy to, it's like a effect. Like you got to get that one guy to hit it, and then he'll go to the next guy, and we'll go up, till finally you reach someone very important. And they're like, oh yeah, like this is funny. This is could be
The
something.
bean counter.
dude. I got so many ideas,
It's not impossible.
and I think they'd be good.
It's not impossible.
I just need to get in front of that guy.
Yeah, no.
Like I know the lawnmower idea is not a great.
Please do not do
Yeah.
that.
I have
They-
other game shows.
Dude, you might want to edit that whole thing out if you want any kind of credibility from here on out.
I was high when I made that, so that's,
Ricky, I was high when I said that.
I got some other stuff when I wasn't high.
Yeah,
So that's all I'm saying.
But that's what they say. Like, if you're ever in a situation like that, you want your they call it an elevator pitch. It's like you're in the elevator, you have
30-second pitch.
Yeah, 30-second pitch. What would you say to this guy to pique his interest?
Yeah, that's from Why Him.
Oh yeah, that I just watched that movie the other day. All right,
So, welcome back.
We're back on.
For the farmers, we're on corned beer right now.
we're on corn beers, 25 cents per case. Gets donated to the Farm
FFA.
Rescue,
Oh, FR.
Operation Farm Rescue. Or
What do they do? Do you know?
they rescue farms, believe it or
How?
not.
Do they pay for like their crop coverage or something?
I don't know.
That's fine. That's fine.
A lot of I don't knows on this
It
podcast.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're not fucking professionals.
my dad's out of the game, so
What's after the
stop following
corn?
the
That they
politics.
Corn is hunting.
hunting?
Yeah.
Well, they go back to
Yeah.
the classic can for a hot minute, and then
Yeah.
they go to hunting.
Yeah.
Right.
I like how they do that. That's
Mhm.
very good.
Okay.
I enjoy it because it tells you when you're getting a fucking old beer or a fresh beer.
Right.
Yeah, that is nice.
I'm a visual learner. Okay,
We won't disclose the beer we're drinking until we're get that sponsor.
All the
I'll disclose it right now.
No free ads.
all the like small town gas stations, like in the middle of nowhere, they're really smart and they just keep the regular plain colored cans till the corn ones are gone and they throw that shit back out there.
It's pretty smart.
Can't outsmart me. All right.
So on the last episode
Ooh.
of International House of Podcasts, we were given an official statement by Mikey about a certain movie by a certain action movie hero,
Juggernaut.
star of Lone Survivor, Mark Wahlberg, and you vowed to watch Shooter and give us a detailed review. I am ready to dive into that now.
So here's the thing. I had all the intentions of the world to do that for however long, probably a month now. Never got to it until last night, where I felt like a kid that had to complete this big science project the night before, and it was a disaster because I had a couple drinks, went out a little bit prior, and then I had to get ready for work. I had to get all my stuff packed up for the day, and I'm half watching it, and the stream's not working, and it keeps kicking me out.
No.
So, cool opening scene. Really cool opening scene.
Sick.
Also, probably the worst name for a character I've ever heard.
Oh, I can't even remember.
Bob Lee Swagger.
Bobby Lee Swagger.
Oh yeah.
The worst. Like, Mark Wahlberg just wanted to call himself that.
Dude, what's so... I mean, why? Because his last name is Swagger?
Yeah. That was so dumb.
Swagger.
Swagger. No, I think it's
No, it's Swagger.
Swagger.
Swagger. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
OT.
it makes it even.
So what was the last scene you made it to in the movie?
The last scene, I think I only watched like an actual like 25 minutes where like they got ambushed
Yeah.
and then like all the shit went down and like what's the other guy's name?
That's as far as you made it.
His partner?
Yeah.
That died?
Yeah.
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 If you haven't seen the movie by now,
Yeah, no, it's
sorry.
fine. You're not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
That's the first 10 minutes.
What was his name?
I don't even know who it was.
Such an. Yeah, I don't know. They reference him one more time in the movie.
Yeah.
He's just in the beginning. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's as far as you made it. You made it the intro.
I guess so.
Did he start scouting out and anything?
It was like 25 minutes.
Did the feds come to his house yet?
No, they're
So they didn't kill his dog.
no.
Okay. All right, so you made it nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you,
All right, see, you were talking it up to me like you actually made it into it somewhat.
Yeah, no,
No.
I don't get me wrong. It was playing in the background and like it was going in and out, and so I'm like I wasn't really even paying attention to it. But that's like that's the
Man.
initially when I started it, I sat down and watched it. I'm like, oh shit, I have all this stuff I need to do. Let's see if I could do this and watch this movie, and it just was not.
I'm
Procrastination.
not gonna let you play victim on
What
this.
what was the wager? There had to have been a wager.
It wasn't a wager.
There was no wager.
No,
No wager was made, but
just I soiled my honor a little bit by saying I would
That's
watch it.
A
Yeah,
lot of
that's
respect.
that's the real price.
A lot of respect.
yeah,
Just
that
walk
hurts
out the
more
door.
than any wager we could have made.
Mhm.
And honestly, it's not really about your honor. It's about the podcast, really.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I really like the
pretty-
podcast.
You're letting down our fans.
I-
Pretty hard right
yeah,
now.
I
They were waiting on your take of his fucking favorite movie, and you fucking let him down hard.
His favorite actor. too.
His favorite actor.
I guess.
But
Lazy Bear. Mm-hmm.
He-
But he had a house.
So I think that
it's not that hard to get a house.
For a bear?
Yeah, they just
You
take
could.
over
It's
someone
not that hard.
else's. You're a bear.
Dude, it was a pretty legit house. He had a bed, kitchen.
Wasn't it in a tree like the
Yeah.
the Keebler guys?
Wow.
Maybe he murdered a whole fucking tribe of Keebler elves.
Dude, I'm thinking that there's like a huge pot farm wherever Winnie the Pooh is, and like the bees are like pollinating a bunch of cannabis, and he's like getting THC honey, and that's why
Oh,
he's like
fuck yeah.
lazy all the time, and, like,
That would
and
make
always
sense.
trying to eat honey. Like
That's
he's
true.
just like stoned, and
That's funny.
That's a concept.
Fucking
and Eeyore's doing edibles for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Tigger.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's off the wall. PCP.
Yeah.
What about what's Piglet's deal?
I don't know.
He's the only one that's straight that's trying to keep everybody in line.
he's
Oh, what about the kid? There's a kid, isn't there?
Oh, Charlie Robbins.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're both counselors, Piglet and the guy.
they're the dealers.
Yeah, he's just the money man, you know.
Mm.
It's interesting that the bear's lazy for honey. You know that translates across to the Jungle Book too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, bears like honey, but I'm just saying when
But they're lazy for honey.
they're after it.
Yeah, and they're lazy. Like Blue was a lazy bear. So was Winnie
Oh
the
yeah,
Pooh.
you're right,
He made Mowgli do it.
dude. I just watched Our Planet new season.
That's like Mowgli.
Those bears are not lazy. They swim like 50 kilometers a day. Because
What kind of bears?
Why not walk?
polar bears, dude?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
polar bears are different.
They're built different.
I don't really.
They kind of have to though because like they don't have the excess like food everywhere. Like,
Mhm.
it's all ice and
Well,
snow.
What, they gotta hunt down
the
a seal?
problem is it's not all ice, and that's why you have to swim 53 kilometers a day.
Still,
To the next ice
It's not
berg.
like going. It's not like there's abundance of trees and
Right.
like lakes with fish in them.
You know,
Yeah.
But so that's why they're dumb though, because they could just come away from the ice and hunt like a normal. Like if they're that good at hunting on ice, like why can't they just come down
Move
into
down.
Nova Scotia
Because of their fur and they'd overheat and die if they went to the
slowly?
But the ones that survive would adapt.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yep.
That'd be a sick ass bear.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's still
Yeah.
freaking cold in Nova Scotia.
They would breed with grizzlies, and it would
Mhm.
be.
Yeah, I don't like the way polar bears look. They're really lengthy and they're, I don't know, like their neck is like a
Dude.
2-foot long neck.
They had
That's true.
Cabela's in. I think it was in Virginia. Yeah, Cabela's in Virginia. They have a mounted polar bear, and that thing is terrifying, dude. It's gigantic,
Oh, it'd be
Yeah,
so big.
it's because they got to disperse their weight.
Oh, in other news, so last week I went to my first wrestling match ever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
quite the
yeah.
thing. I was all elite wrestling.
hmm
I don't get it. I do not get wrestling
That-
whatsoever.
that was like WWE, right? That was the whole point. Yeah, they were doing
Yeah.
like body slams, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was like legit. No, I can't even say it was legit, but it was like as far as wrestling goes, it was like professional. Like
Yeah.
you know, it was like on pay per view or whatever.
Oh, was it Raw? What was the name?
No,
of
it was AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
Is it
It's like
Canada?
it's like the third tier. I think.
So is it like?
It's Canada.
Is
Wrestling.
it supposed to be like?
It was like WWE,
Okay,
but like I've never seen so many grown men like so like
amped up?
amped up about something,
Yeah.
and just you know what the outcome is going to be. Like,
you ever watch a Bills game?
it's very yeah, that's true.
It's the same fucking
Actually,
thing, man.
so that's what came crashing. Like that's what like kind of humbled me. I'm like, these guys are so into this, so freaking fake. Like everything's so predictable. Like the moves, this and that. And I'm like, I wonder if there's other people like out there that like watch us watching football or like, oh, I can't believe these guys think this every week. Like, oh, they think this is real. Like some other like third party people that have no interest in football, they think the same way. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't shit on these guys so much.
What you described was literally the playoff drought of the Buffalo Bills. Like, you watch it, you're so excited, and you already know the outcome.
Yeah. Like, you know.
But not anymore.
But there were some aspects of it that were pretty cool. Like, they had these chants.
The Ring Girls?
No, the Ring Girls weren't that good. But they kept chanting, which was pretty cool. They were like, "Fuck this guy." They were like little kids, like
do an asshole.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I could swear like as loud as I wanted to.
Right.
I had some little 10-year-old kid doing the
in front
same
of children.
thing. Yeah, they were into it too. Like they'd obviously ask permission from their parents, their dad or whatever.
They make eye contact and they're like, "Dad."
And that was the other kind of cool thing. It was a very, very big like father-son moment. Like, it was pretty cool. Like, they were both equally amped into it. And you could tell, like, a lot of these guys were, like, the wrestlers were, like, way older. They'd been doing it for 20, 30 years. So, like, the fathers, like, grew up watching them. And now, like, they were able to pass that down to their son. And their sons were, like, easily.
That's cool.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. I'm all about that.
And I dubbed the term, I'm a ring head now. So, like,
You're
I know ring. I know a little bit about the ring.
Okay.
So, but, so I guess I had at work I'd seen some of them and they came through, and I guess a lot of that they were like banged up, and they were like a couple guys had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
these
it was
people are still flying through the air.
Yeah,
right.
they said like that. The ring itself is like pretty much like almost like a wood floor with like a little give to it. Like it's like I'm like, you really got to know how to fall, and I can't imagine you're falling correctly every time.
Right, straight up.
Yeah,
but respect to them.
Really bad.
Respect to them. It was theatrical. If I could have had anything else, I wish there was commentating. It was all like you know when you're watching on TV, there's someone commentating. There's nothing like that. It's like a football game where watch out. So that would have been cool.
Yeah,
but man, it was overall, would I go again? Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Well, here's the other thing. It was 5 hours long.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
So like, do they pregame like in the parking lot?
Or
they get like hammered somewhere? Like, you can't watch this sober.
Yeah, they wearing like Austin 316 shirts in the parking lot and just like smashing beers.
619.
I don't know.
619.
I don't know. I tried my best to
It's Rey Mysterio
to get after it, but it was for whatever $15 a pop or.
Oh no! I'm saying you got to do this out in the parking lot. You can't go in there.
No, I should have. Yeah. And in hindsight, I went in there.
You went in there dry.
Yeah, I went in there dry as well.
Are you trying to go to Rough and Rowdy?
To an actual Rough and Rowdy.
To an actual
I would go to an
Rowdy?
actual Rough and Rowdy.
Because West Virginia is not that far away.
Yeah,
they don't have one in Toronto. Toronto's a big city.
No, they have to do it. They have to do it in West Virginia because like I think it's like a liability thing. Or
no,
something.
they had it in like Connecticut one time.
Dude, they're getting pretty big. All right, they got Nashville.
But I think
Barstool's first opened up in Nashville.
No, it's
I feel
mostly been in West Virginia.
Yeah, I feel like in West Virginia they could kind of get away with whatever the hell they want.
That's wild.
Yeah. So anyway, are you trying to go to one?
I would go. I would go to.
Would you
but
go to one?
That's like more boxing than wrestling.
Yeah, it's boxing,
And
but
it's like more real than wrestling. No
Yeah,
offense to our wrestling.
right.
Josh is probably pissed. It's real.
Where is that toad anyway?
It was his birthday a week ago.
Oh yeah,
His banner's up. You've seen it, right? Right behind you.
his banner.
How was his party?
Oh shit!
It was fucking bomb, dude.
Was it?
I got so fucked up.
Really?
Nice.
I fought some demons that night.
Oh,
It was
nice.
a good time, dude.
Nice.
You ever been there when the world's ending? Again and again and again?
What'd you call it? The spot or your
The it?
place? The it. Oh,
Yeah, dude. The it, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. If I was writing a movie.
Yeah, he went on a rant the one time we were hanging out. He's like, yeah, dude, I had the it. And it was just like he was just like in this dark
Hey, dude,
place.
when you get the it,
Just-
dude.
Let him lay it down. Go ahead.
Nah, dude, I won't talk about it.
Why?
It's weird. I don't know. All right. So I did extracurriculars, as we call them around here, and I was doing them regularly, and out of chocolate, 1 square every night. Got pretty good. I thought I was building a tolerance to it, and then one day I take a square and I went way too far. And I'm sitting there on my couch watching TV like I normally do, something funny, and my dog walks through, and it was like an oil painting smearing just across in front of me, and I'm like, oh boy, that's interesting. And the dog comes over to my chair, and I go to pet it, and I look at my hand, and it's a fucking club, like fucking the Berenstain Bears hand. And I'm like, oh boy, this is not where I wanted to be right now. And then as soon as that happened, in my head, all my memories, they like swapped, and like I went back to like 3rd grade in my mind, and I pulled up a core memory of a teacher telling me how, once you get the the next step is you're going to the hospital and you're going to die. And I was like, and so like that memory came up, and this was the first time it ever happened. So I didn't know, I was like, I'm high, but that's a pretty vivid memory of 3rd grade.
Yeah,
teacher telling me that.
That's pretty good though. That like you were like that and you still were like cool.
Yeah,
For the most part,
so I'm like, all right, this is weird. I need some water.
Yeah, like a wounded animal.
Yeah.
It goes straight to water.
So I go into the fridge, and I open it up, and I went to the one fridge that doesn't have water and it has milk in it. I'm like, I love milk.
Even better.
Yes.
So I went down a little hole on like what about milk for a while, but I came out of that pretty quick. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, I got to tell Jason, I was like, I got to call him. I got to tell him that we got to lay off this stuff, because we were both new to this at the time.
Yeah.
Like this was like the first month of us doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, we got to lay off this, dude. Like, you don't want the it. Like, we got families, So then I walk back.
We coach Little League.
So then like I calm myself down again. I'm like, all right, like you're being stupid. Like you're just you're panicking. And I was like, I can feel my heartbeat bumping away,
worst,
dude.
Yeah.
And I was that was a precursor of it also. Accelerated heartbeat.
Yeah.
And
WebMD.
so I walk just out of the blue, and Ashley didn't know any of this was going on, because she was in the living room too, and I just like got up and left to get a drink like you would. And I come back and I look at her. I'm like, everything's gonna be fine. And I walk upstairs.
I wish someone told me that.
Oh man.
I don't know. That'd be terrifying to hear from someone. Like,
right,
everything's gonna be fine. It's like, what do you mean? Like, are you dying? Like, this is the end? Like,
as soon as I said that, I was like,
is someone
you're an
coming
idiot.
for you?
Why did you say that?
I would be panicked.
It's like, you could have just said, like, I'm going to bed, I'm tired. You would have been fine.
Or good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs and I lay in my bed, and then it was about 4 hours of me falling through the mattress. And then eventually I fell asleep, and I woke up in the morning really, really hungover on weed.
Damn.
Weed hangovers hit too. You just groggy, just headache. Man, too much thinking. Way too much thinking.
Yeah, your brain probably was just over like
It's a lot of process.
So I've hit that level 3 times since then, and
keep going back.
Each time, I walk in. The second time I was again, I freaked out a little bit. Different story. I don't want to get into it, but I went pretty far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and but just recently, the other week, I hit it, and I walked into that same stage, and I was like, "You dude, fuck you."
So when you... Oh hell. Hold on.
So I made it through it. All set.
That's good though. That's
I can
good.
fight demons now.
Yeah,
dude. So now when I get there, I go in, I fight a demon or two, and then I'm good to go.
I feel like you'd be like one of those people that could like lead people on like trips. You'd be like, let me guide you.
I think I can. I think I'm at a range. Well, I'm gonna keep going. Keep getting my feet wet, and I got to figure it out.
You could really hold your shit together.
Dude, have you seen that Netflix thing? The Netflix thing on that how to change your mind or how to expand your mind or whatever. The one girl, she's called a spiritual guide. She's a native, and she's the one that's like helping this guy like experiment with psychedelics.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's like, he's legit. He's a doctor of sorts, and he's like writing books about how humans and plants interact and whatever, all the plant stuff. And then he said that he wanted to go into psychedelics because it was such like a mysterious past, and they basically blamed everyone not wanting to go to war for Vietnam on that. So they like stopped all the testing and everything about, you know, LSD and psilocybin and all that stuff. So anyway, this guy, after he wanted to experiment with psychedelics and everything, and he ends up getting the spiritual guide to like walk him through, like going through everything and making sure he's gonna be okay. And he actually did like just like nicotine, like reduced, like in a like, you know, reduced down, and the guy like ended up taking like a shot of it in his vein, and it was like psychedelic.
Nicotine.
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
it was crazy. Yeah.
That can't
So
be good
anyway,
for you.
that's a job title. I also just saw a video, which I wanted to segue off of your story. He was like it said worst trip guide ever, and the guy's like, dude, my heart really fast, because he had put like a scary ass thing on like a YouTube, like, don't watch this when you're high. And it's like clowns and like fucked up shit like that. So this guy is like freaking out, and he's like, dude, my heart's beating really fast. He's like, let me feel it. And he goes, dude, you might be having a heart attack. So the guy loses it, obviously. It's so
Yo, I
funny.
could see like Ben doing some shit like that. Ben
Oh,
would be the
yeah.
worst guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He
the
would fuck
worst.
with you.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand, like,
Back in the
how
day, Ben
not
would.
okay that is.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Ben, not really.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening. That was our pod about decriminalizing marijuana. All pro
All pro.
All pro.
decriminalizing marijuana.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to be pro or not, but
You should do.
Anti.
They should do psychedelics too.
like Oregon, just fucking free reign.
Well, I mean, I don't know, just
Maybe not like that.
maybe not like that.
So you want to go too far?
Yeah, you don't wanna go
They
too
went
far.
too far.
They went. So don't forget to check out the Twitter. We're gonna have that poll up. Have you ever driven a riding lawnmower? Which obviously the majority of you have.
Because that's a sick fucking game show pitch, is what that is.
No. Do you want to take a bet on that?
Yeah, let's pull it. Sink or swim on the lawn mowing.
I feel like a lot of
simulator
people have.
game show.
I have not.
You said you did ride along.
I said I did, but like I feel like the majority of people haven't.
You
I
have.
think the majority
Yes,
has.
I have.
By the age of what? Like current age?
No, I just mean in
In
their
your
life,
life?
in their lifetime.
Dude, it's got to be majority.
In America. I'm not trying to count, the desert people.
Boy, you're really proud of our reach right now.
Anyways, our poll is going to be on our Twitter handle, International House of Podcasts, no space. So please like, subscribe, and leave any comments you want.
Or not.
Or not. Just like, completely ignore us.
Just
That's your right, man.
just go about your business, man. Just listen to this podcast.
Do whatever you want. to
Probably going to get a lot of potheads following us.
Yeah. No, it's only every 5th episode, so we'll give big
Tentatively,
waves. We'll give
tentatively.
big waves. All right. Thanks.
Microdoses.
Thank you for tolerating the International House of Podcast. You can find all of our content, including our polls and wagers, on Twitter/X at International House of Podcast. Please consider subscribing.